Accessing WRMW file. Sir, I'm picking up something on the satellite. Downloading archives. Sir, I'm having a little interference. I'm checking it out right now.
Alex Figueroa?
Pablo.
Ralph Perez, Silvio.
Here we go. Welcome to Wide Range Media Webcast.
Welcome everyone to a new episode of Wide Range Media, episode 89, our post-Super Bowl commercials, trailers, movie trailers, and all that good stuff. I'm your host, Alex Figueroa, and my co-hosts are...
I'm Pablo.
And this is Ralph Perez. How are you?
And Silvio in Orlando.
You're Silvio from
Silvio
Orlando?
and Orlando?
In Orlando.
Or Silvio in Orlando? Okay,
In Orlando where it's nice and warm.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
We're freezing over here. All right, so let's get into some movie news because we got a lot of movie news. But I'm going to start off with Pablo because he said he has some news. So go, Pablo.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
You have movie news.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm just getting off Facebook real quick. Hold on.
Oh.
I'm professional here. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is coming from comicbook.com. Halloween sequel finds writer, main cast expected to return.
Mm.
So
They're gonna make a sequel. That's
Yeah.
it. They're already gonna
sequel
look
is already and they found a writer, and the writer is Collider is reporting that Scott Teems, who recently wrote adaptations of Stephen King's Firestarter and The Breathing Method, is penning the script for a sequel.
Mm.
And Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, and Andy Matichak are all expected to return.
Oh, wait a minute. You said this guy wrote what?
He wrote the adaptation of Stephen King's Firestarter and The Breathing Method.
Well, where have we seen the original Firestarter from the 80s? I mean, that was a long
The one
time
with
ago.
Drew Barrymore.
Right.
Aren't they rebooting Firestarter? Yeah, they're rebooting Firestarter too. That's another one. They're rebooting Pet
Oh,
Sematary.
they
They're
are?
coming out-
Well, I didn't
which
know
is
that.
coming out now, and they're
And this
rebooting
guy wrote
Firestarter.
that? And
he
the
wrote
breathing
the
method had never come out. I mean, that was one of the stories from Stephen King's different seasons that had four stories in it. 3 of the stories have already been made into movies successfully as well, except the breathing method. And everybody always asks, when is that coming out? So I guess that's something that's coming out. That's just some more information there.
Well, you know, it's kind of
All right.
weird. Well, first of all, we kind of all knew that they were going to greenlight Halloween. I mean, once it broke all
yeah.
these records,
Absolutely.
you knew Blumhouse was going to do it.
Yep.
My biggest question is, didn't Jamie Lee Curtis say that it had to have the original director, not John Carpenter? It had to have David Gordon Green back.
And you remember what I said at that very episode that we talked about that?
What did you
I said,
say?
if this movie's a huge hit and they make a lot of money, they're all coming back.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
all say that.
Absolutely.
They all say that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's so hard because they wrote out 2 through 8 or 9, whatever they did. I mean, through 11, and it's like, oh, now they're gonna do another sequel to continue that universe. So it's kind of weird. But supposedly the rumor is that this Halloween connects with all the Blumhouse movies, like Happy Death Day.
What?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
that
rumor
is the
going.
all
It's a
the shared
connected.
universe. I heard
Yeah,
that too.
it's a connected universe.
No, don't
Now
do
that would be pretty cool. That
Well,
would
Happy
be
Death
pretty
Day's
cool.
getting a sequel that's coming out soon too.
Yeah. So
What, girls gonna be waking up every day being chased by Michael Myers and she wakes up again the next day? Is that what I'm talking about?
not like
no, it's not
that.
gonna be corny like that. It's just basically the characters in the same
sounds
universe
corny.
as the other serial killers. That's pretty
Didn't they
much it.
say the same thing about Pixar? Like it's all one universe?
I believe I don't know. I do not know. I mean,
I heard
Hey,
that.
I remember seeing. I don't know if you guys remember this. I don't. You know the movie Frozen, right? Right. We have kids. The scene where they invited everybody, all the royalty, to the castle to crown. Which one is it? The one that freezes everything. What's her name? There's Anna and Elsa.
Yeah,
Elsa
her.
is her. And well, you see a real quick glimpse of Rapunzel from Tangled. Did you see that? Did you catch that?
I've read about it
It's
in an
really
article. that they
quick.
said
Like
that
you
they-
see
yeah.
it, her and I forgot the name of the guy, the from Tangled, that they were together. Those two, they're walking into Elsa's castle. You see them real quick. amongst others, and stuff like that. I saw that and I was like, oh snap, it's
Interesting.
Well, look, to be honest with you, if
same universe.
If Halloween is connected to the others, like The Purge and all that crap, that's pretty cool. I gotta say, it is pretty cool. But again, they don't have to put them in the same movies. It's just a pretty cool idea that they're all in the same, universe.
Yeah, they're gonna start, and then Iron Man will show up.
Iron Man.
Now he's combining universes.
Oh yeah,
because
Marvel.
you know what it is. Everybody wants to combine universes now. Ever since Marvel succeeded in it, and now all the other film, they're like, yeah, oh wait a minute, this can work.
No, but
right?
but the thing is,
DC tried and failed.
Yeah, but the problem is that Blumhouse is not confirming that they're sure. They just said the thought could be that Halloween takes place with these other movies. They're not saying that they're gonna put these in the same movies. Now the whole Universal monster movies are gonna be a shared universe. Invisible Man, The Mummy, Frankenstein.
They're doing that, and they're already doing it with Godzilla and Kong Skull Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right. So it's gonna. I'm telling you, everybody wants to make all these because people like that stuff. I like it. I have no problem with it. Mm-hmm. It's just I'm scared it's gonna be overkill. Like it's not gonna be very good in that sense. Like it's gonna be overkill. I'm worried about that.
Well, I mean, they're not greenlighting any movie with Halloween and Happy Death Day, but I think it's a pretty cool thought that they have. But other than that, you never know. Pablo, anything else?
No, that's it for what I have.
Oh, okay. All right. So
you have
movie news, Silvio?
Yeah, I have something that popped up, and actually a little excited about it because I really enjoyed the graphic novel comic that goes along with this, and they finally greenlit the adaptation, and they showed a live picture of the character from this comic book, and it looked almost exactly like the panel of the comic book, and it'll be coming out in 2020 on the FX channel, and it's Y the Last Man. Are you guys familiar with it?
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
that's Pablo's shock face.
Well, that's how I felt when I read that. Yeah, that same excitement that Pablo just showed. Like, whoa, really cool.
I'm gonna GIF him.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. This is a post-apocalyptic world after all the males of the Earth are destroyed except 2. And it's pretty interesting. It's a very good comic book. It was just I think a lot of people fought over it, and Kevin Spacey's name was involved in it a couple of years back. And finally, it got out of whatever litigation was going on. And like I said, 2020 on the FX channel. Look for it.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. I mean, if you notice, I think this year alone, there's been a lot of graphic novels turned into TV shows or straight movies. Netflix did one, Polar, which is a graphic novel. I think, is it Sci-Fi or there's another one with the Deadly Class? They've been promoting that all day through the channels. That's a graphic novel. And then the X-Men's, but those are comic books. But yeah, right. It's weird. There's been a lot of graphic novels lately coming out.
There's a lot of good content there, and they're starting to look at it, and if they can get the right, showrunners and adapt it properly, I mean, you could put something together. You're really right. Good. I'm looking forward to it.
There's a lot of material out there for good shows, and you're right. Why not tap into the graphic novels? And
this isn't even Marvel. This is Vertigo, but Vertigo is an offshoot of who? DC?
Is it Dark Comics? Dark Image?
No.
Is it?
There's Dark Horse, and this is Vertigo that put out Y the Last Man. So. Anyway,
if I could share, so it's kind of movie
DC.
news, but it's been what about DC?
Vertigo is DC.
Right? Yeah. So Vertigo is DC. Okay.
Sorry.
The last couple of days have been kind of crazy, and I think this can tie into our main topic because, in fact, it could flow into it. But I wanted to specify, since I'm the Star Wars fan, there's been a lot of garbage being put out on the internet about the title of episode 9. People are so starving. I'm starving for it, but you got to take everything with a grain of salt. People are coming out, they revealed the title, and it's called this, and then I saw 2 titles already up on the internet, and I'm like, that's not official. At first, I thought it was. It was for a split second. I was tricked. So if you're listening to this right now, they have not officially released the title
But do you know why, Ralph? Why this?
because
this
everybody's starving for it, and because they didn't reveal anything in Super Bowl.
No, it's you got to
Right.
blame on C-3PO. Anthony
That's
Daniels.
right. The tweet.
He tweeted some
And he
cryptic,
tweeted.
and everybody went nuts. And he
Yeah.
tweeted again not too long ago, which is trending again. So I'll read it to you if you want.
What he redid a second tweet?
Yeah, he wrote, "Everyone except one is looking the wrong way, but it's getting closer. Amazing. Doesn't seem to be the right shape for a movie title or trailer. Can't see an X on anything. Oh, the signal's faded. I'm sure it'll return. What can it be? Stay tuned. I will."
You know,
Oh
And
man!
the comments are hysterical.
you know,
Read the comments. Read the
But
comments.
here's one, if you guys can see. Let me see if I can put it. Remember the one when CP says, "I'm so confused."
oh my god.
But this one is my favorite. I don't know if you ever guys seen this one
What?
with C-3PO.
Oh
falls.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So-
You know, it's funny because when it comes to titles and trailers, I wait for the official Disney reps and like accounts to go up with the titles and stuff.
Of course.
Because even actors like him, first of all, isn't.
He probably doesn't know. You
Yeah, I don't
they
think he
know?
knows. No, he doesn't know. Dude, this is
Maybe
3CPO. He's not even the main character. Like,
They gave him his 2 pages of script,
exactly.
and that's it.
They were like,
Get
take
old
this
for it.
and shut
Probably
up.
didn't even have a
Infrared.
title on it. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. What
Probably
makes
said
you
a
think
new
he doesn't
hope on
know?
it. Here, read this.
Huh?
It probably said a new hope on the top. It's there.
No. He's like, oh, it's called The New Predator.
No,
The
look.
best, the best title that I've seen that someone said was Star Wars: A Star Wars Story.
Oh my god. Well, there was one that I saw called The End, Star Wars: The End, and I was like, you know what? That would be very creative. But I'm like, who gives a crap what the title is?
No,
But
the one I read. You want to know the one I read? I read 2 of them online. One was called Balance of the Force. That's the main one that's been going around on the internet. Balance of the Force, and I'm like,
that's corny.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is corny. I'm like, damn, that's not. That's not
It's like
appealing.
those Avatar titles that we
Yeah,
read.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be like it's gonna be like Star Wars Resurrection, and then Luke comes out. It's gonna be some corny line, but honestly, look, when it comes to
Star Wars, my bad.
my bad,
For the last movie.
rewritten Star Wars rewritten
Wars.
or retold.
The rewrite.
Yeah, like when it comes to like these title drops, you gotta wait till like when they're gonna come out with it. Again, most likely it's gonna come out during Celebration because that's the final celebration of
that's
episode
like
9,
that's like
episode 10, or whatever the hell it is. Number.
That's over 2 months from now, man.
That's
People
May.
are gonna be like
Yeah.
clawing at themselves at this point. Like,
They're gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be like dudes just trying to knock these doors down to try to get the damn posters and
What's
pamphlets.
the release date
The release date for what?
December.
for Star Wars?
Star Wars
Yeah,
December
December.
20
It's
something.
December, okay.
Yeah. So
That's odd. Usually by now we have something.
yeah. So I think they're holding off for Celebration, the final, the gathering of
that's-
all
that's the
Star
thing
Wars.
that seems to make the most sense.
Yeah. Because they
But-
released Last Jedi on Celebration. The trailer.
The
Yes.
first trailer.
No, the first trailer was on Celebration.
So, but
Okay.
we already had the title.
No, you had the title, but the trailer itself dropped on
See what
Celebration.
C-3PO is talking about. I mean, what C-3PO? You hear me? Anthony Daniels is talking about is he's teasing a title. It's a or at least that's what it sounds.
Yeah,
like
but he
to me.
doesn't know the title.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
How do
He
you know
doesn't.
that?
Because when you saw the making of Last Jedi, Mark Hamill didn't know about his the name of the title halfway through the movie. Ryan
Halfway
Johnson
through
walked
the
up to
movie.
him.
The movie's almost done. Finishing principal photography in the next couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we don't know if they gave those guys because then again, look, there's a lot of actors that spoil stuff. Have you seen the Avengers spoil the movie 2 years before the movie came out? Said everyone died.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo said everyone died, and everyone you see the dudes looking at him, and they all make jokes, and it actually happened on screen. He said said it 2 years before the movie came out.
He's walking around like I told you. Everybody died.
So, Disney's not going to release nothing. And I bet the reason why they didn't even release a trailer to the Super Bowl was because they were like, man, these people are going to start dissecting the crap out of the movie and try to do their theories for the whole year.
Right now, episode 9 is when they reveal the title. Because if I tell you this, Alex, they might reveal the trailer. The trailer might drop during Celebration. I'll give you that. But they're going to drop the title before that. It's going to happen at some point. And once they do, there's going to be a flurry of activity right here on YouTube where every Star Wars YouTuber, from Mike Zero to the Collider to the Fort, whatever, everybody is going to be like trying to dissect and freaking figure out what that title means and what does that imply for the plot of the film. They're going to do it. They're going to do like clickbait. It's how it works here.
Yeah, but then what's going to happen is everyone's going to work themselves up like they did. And then, Rey is Luke's daughter. 8 months, Luke's daughter. And then when the movie happened, it wasn't Luke's daughter. Everyone's like, oh my God, this movie sucks. Oh my God. Dark Plagueis. They killed Dark Plagueis. Why?
Okay. No, you can't go there. Don't go there. First of all, that wasn't Dark. It's pretty much, I think, from what I know, it's not Dark. All right, that's enough.
All right, one more real quick thing about Netflix. Something big that's coming on Netflix end of the year.
More prices hike?
Well, probably because of this. Martin Scorsese's film called The Irishman. It's a new gangster movie. It's coming out 2019 October. It's going to have Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino.
That's a
hell of a cast. It probably cost a lot of money.
They're going to be Irish?
Also, yeah. Well, here's the other thing. It takes place in like 59 and 79, so there's a 30 or 40-year gap or whatever, 20-year gap. And they said a bulk of the production costs went to CGI, to de-age Robert De Niro.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. You know what's
Wait a minute. That might be a problem.
Why?
Because if you're going to have them acting out and they look like 30 years younger, won't there be a little bit of, like, they can't move around too fast?
But they've done some stuff pretty good. In Westworld, they de-aged, what's his face?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, yeah. And it looked pretty decent.
Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer got de-aged in Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
And they did a lot.
Yeah. And Robert Downey Jr. in one of those Avengers.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, they've gotten better at it.
Indiana Jones 5.
They're making everybody young again.
Aquaman
did they could do that to me.
With, no, what are you laughing at?
Why are you
laughing?
They made him into a little tadpole.
Huh?
Nicole Kidman. They de-aged Nicole
Kidman.
Kidman.
I thought you meant Aquaman.
No.
Jason Momoa. I said, dang, he looked good.
No.
They de-aged him. He looked really good. They perfected it.
Like a teenager.
Nicole Kidman.
That was really Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Wow.
No, Nicole Kidman.
Oh. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. That looks really good.
Because I was gonna say, man, if they de-aged him that good, Harrison Ford is gonna look great in Indiana Jones.
Wait, hold on.
What?
In all seriousness, and I think I mentioned this before.
What?
Because you see how they keep pushing back Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but he's gonna. God forbid.
No, I know, but I said, what if they're getting to a point where this technology, like they're almost there. And Spielberg is like, let's just wait a little bit, and then let's just do a new Indiana Jones with a young Harrison Ford.
With a 95-year-old Harrison, he's gonna be like,
you do stunt doubles. I'm telling you, they can do it.
No,
so let me ask you this question:
Okay,
would you rather see an Indiana Jones movie, right? Part 5, right? Indiana Jones 5, with an 83-year-old Harrison Ford, or would you rather see an Indiana Jones 5 with a young Indiana Jones CGI with the de-aging technology?
You have to be careful with that because Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, you see his age.
Yeah, and that was bad.
So you can't go back before that.
No, but I understand what Pablo's saying. I understand what Pablo's saying. Look, I rather have Indiana Jones do like the Last Crusade, him and his son going on an Avenger, and then just continue the story. But honestly, it is
second to the Last Crusade.
Yeah, this. Don't call me Junior. No, but honestly, it in terms of de-aging, I mean, they could perfect it, but I think Harrison Ford is getting way too old for this, and they keep pushing this back. And he lands a plane wrong. I don't think he's coming back from a plane crash. I'm just saying.
What if the story is? Here's a cool pitch. What if the story is Indiana Jones and the search for the Fountain of Youth, right? But the Fountain of Youth that this guy went to. What was his name? The
Ponce de
Conquistador?
Leon.
Yeah, Ponce de Leon, right? That went to search, and he finds it
In Florida.
pretty early on in the movie.
He drinks it, and then he's like,
and then he turns into a younger Indiana Jones and goes on a quest, and then at the end, it kind of wears out, and he's back to an old Indiana Jones.
and then he looks like the guy from Raiders. He's going, ah!
Yeah, that'll be a nice callback, and that's how the movie ends. Would you see that?
I would definitely see that. He's mad young, and he's just like, oh, don't look at him, Marilyn. Don't look at me.
I wish you could insert that graphic right there, right now. That'd be funny.
That would be so awesome. Don't look at me, Marilyn. Don't look at me. Oh my God. It is beautiful.
What do you think? My pitch? No?
Then you got
think
the
the
Nazi.
executives at Disney will
Give it a try.
You never know, man.
You're killing me.
You have the Nazi in front of him. It looks beautiful. No, but let's go to the last topic of movies, and then we're going straight into this crappy Super Bowl that we saw this weekend. All right.
Okay, you saw it. I didn't see it.
The two Russo brothers came out and confirmed that the Avengers Endgame could end up running as long as 3 hours, and now a new rumor claims that Marvel Studio is considering an intermission for the movie.
What?
Yes.
Who the hell does that?
There have been movies that did it.
Yeah.
Deer
But that
Hunter
was
had.
a long time ago.
Quentin Tarantino recently did it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
For
with
one
his,
movie.
What's the one that? What was his last? I think it was his
What, the
Django?
Hateful Eight?
The Hateful Eight. Yes, that's right.
I didn't see, but that one had it?
The Hateful Eight had an intermission.
How long is it? I mean, is it like 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
No,
like,
Intermission?
like
Yeah.
Usually
play?
10 minutes.
10, 15 minutes.
okay, so now you're adding, let's say this is a 3 hour movie, 30-minute trailer. Now with a 10-minute intermission, you're there for 4 hours. Close,
I
bro.
don't think they're gonna do that, and the only reason why I don't think they're gonna do that is because they won't be able to sell as many tickets,
Right.
per day. So
But people are not going to want to do that.
And kids are not
you
going
just
to.
can't. You just can't. There's only enough showings you can have per day.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
agree.
that's true.
So they might not do it just because.
Yeah,
of
then
money.
they probably won't
Yeah,
do
it's gonna
that,
cut
yeah.
into the profit. So I don't think they're gonna do it, but they may still keep it at 3 hours. I mean, look at Titanic, the number one worldwide movie of all time, and that clocked
No
at what,
intermission.
3?
Yeah.
No intermission. It
intermission.
clocked at 3 hours
that-
and what?
that had
Boat
no
is
intermission.
sinking. Wait,
Yeah.
we're going to take a break.
The intermission is when the boat started to break. It was like half the movie is like boat broke. And you're like, oh, another 4 hours.
Iceberg
Yeah,
straight
it was-
ahead.
Intermission.
Clip.
You're like, man. Go to your concession stands to the right for popcorn. To the left, you have your restrooms. We'll be back in a moment's time. Then iceberg, ding, 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 and it continues. Look, Avengers. All right, if the rumors and what they're saying is that they shot a lot of footage, and they put it together. They test screened it for the 3 hours, and from the test screening, everyone thought it was great. So that's why they're saying that this could be the actual time. My thing is they should just make it into a director's cut, because I do not see kids sitting down for 3.5 hours watching an Avengers movie, because you're gonna be like, Dad, I gotta go pee halfway through a big moment of the movie. And you're like, oh,
no.
crap, you got to get up, you got to move out, and then you got to come back in.
Okay, Alex,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna give you that one, and this is for everyone that's listening. Alex and I were having this discussion before we went live, and we were going back and forth. But there you brought up a good argument, and I like that. See, now that's a good argument. When you said that young kids, might not sit through, because the Marvel movies does cater to the younger audience. And that may be a good argument where young kids might not sit through a 3+ hour movie. That I can see. But just the entertainment factor alone, where no one's gonna sit there because it's a long movie, that one I don't buy. There's been plenty of movies in the past that were 3+ hours and were releasing movies in the theaters and were huge hits and made a lot of money. Look at the Lord of the Rings trilogy; they each were 3+ hours. The Hobbit too, even though the Hobbit didn't make as much money, but the Lord of the Rings.
Well, here's the funny thing. I mean,
Lord of the Rings.
you can watch
I had
the Lord
no
of the
problem with
Rings
it being that
movie.
long. I was like,
Right.
"Ugh."
Well, there you go. And it didn't feel like it. The Hobbit was
It didn't
painful.
feel like it.
The Hobbit was painful. You felt those 3 hours.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Hobbit. I was like, oh god.
And
Yeah, true.
and the Lord of the Rings did have a director's cut when it came out.
Yeah, it was
Make it even
7
longer.
hours. Yeah, it
And
made it
it was
7
even
hours.
longer. And people didn't mind it, but that's different. But 3 hours, 3+ hours, 3 hours 10 minutes for a Marvel movie. For me personally, I would love that. I have no issue,
Especially a culmination of the story that we already
Exactly.
know of. I mean, we're all looking forward to a lot happening.
Exactly. If this was like the very first Avengers movie, maybe I would be like,
Right.
3 hours is too long. But because of what Silvio said, this is the conclusion of everything we've gotten. It's concluding Phase 4, and it's concluding everything about the Marvel Universe. Yes, I definitely don't mind sitting for 3 hours. If it's a good movie, obviously. That's what it really always comes down to.
Well, I mean, in terms of I think it should just be a director's cut. And they're gonna have to shrink this down because if this is it, then this is it. But they're gonna have to because I think they're gonna lose a lot of money from the kids from the kids side of it. That's where they're gonna.
I said, that I can see. I can see maybe a good argument there with the younger audience.
Now, in terms of, I mean, of course, people are gonna review this 100 times when this comes out because the first time everyone's yelling, and then you're gonna go back when it's quiet so you're gonna see this multiple times. My only thing is you're getting Captain Marvel a few weeks before this one comes out. So now you have Captain Marvel, which is we don't know yet the running time. They have not released that yet. Then 2 weeks later is a 3-hour movie. Well, they heard it.
No, not 2 weeks later.
Yeah,
Captain Marvel comes out at the beginning of March.
Captain Marvel comes out March 8th.
And Avenger comes out at the end of April.
Yeah.
That's almost 8 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that.
Keep talking.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
that's
that ain't
not-
gonna. Yeah.
It's not gonna cut into it.
It won't.
But isn't other movies coming out? I mean, we didn't. I know we didn't break them down the movies of whatever, but I know there was big movies coming around those days. I know Latin was around.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's
So now
in
you're seeing
May.
another. Yeah, but wait, Avengers is coming out in May. That's why I'm like going crazy.
No, April 26th.
April 26th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So April 26th, then Godzilla, then all the other movies right down the line, and then
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Which you
Homecoming is
can't
in
avoid.
July.
It's the summer.
No, you can't
Yeah.
avoid it. But I'm just saying will it hurt other movies because now you've been on your ass for 3 hours and a half watching one movie, and do you want to sit on another 2-hour movie the following week?
No, I don't think so.
That's not a problem, Alex.
Yeah, I don't
Movies,
think that
look,
would-
movies generally last an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and change, depending, right?
Mm-hmm.
If people are moviegoers the way we are moviegoers, we can prepare for that, especially if the movie's good and we know it's going to be good. You know what I mean?
Can I
Let's
make
not
a-
be too quick.
So can I make
Go ahead.
another argument also? It's the way we've been trained, if for lack of a better word, to watch not just movies, but to watch motion pictures or film. What I'm getting at is that now, because of all the TV series that are coming out on Netflix and the whole binge watching thing, we've been kind of like accustomed to or trained to sit in one sitting and watching hours and hours of a series. Maybe, and then, with that, I don't think people will mind as much sitting through 3 hours because they do it at home binge watching a series for 10+ hours.
Yeah, but the argument to that is once the one episode, which is only 1 hour, ends, you go to the bathroom, you can eat, whatever.
Yeah,
this
have a
is
little more
3
control.
hours straight. Yeah,
You do have a little more control. Yeah,
like your ass is like numb.
Okay, but here's
halfway
the
through the
thing.
movie.
I mean, What do you think it should be? 2 hours and 45 minutes? Because Avengers: Infinity Wars was 2 hours and 29 minutes, 2.5 hours.
Well, 3 hours when you add the trailers.
Well, forget the trailers.
Forget
Let's-
that. I mean,
Alright,
this
so
is
yeah,
the movie
alright,
that we
so
were there to
fine.
watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
2
yeah,
hours.
alright.
So I mean,
Alex,
this
you're
is
being
clocking in at
picky.
3 hours. Cut 15 minutes. I'm sure they can cut 15 minutes, and we'll have to compromise at 2:45.
Because
It's going to be longer.
Because Dark Knight was what, 245, 248 around those time
It could
slot?
be. Let me see.
And
I'll
because
look
that
it
was
up. Well,
yeah, because that was
Keep
long
talking.
and it felt long. Like you
Not
felt
to
like
me. No.
well, because you like the movie, but I'm
The
just
Dark
saying.
Knight did
That-
not
that-
feel
did not
But
feel long.
that's-
It did not feel long.
I'm just saying it's like it felt like two movies. Like once they killed. Oh, I mean, I'm not even gonna spoil it, whatever. Once they got once they showed the Two-Face origin, and then it continued going. It felt like two movies in
Well,
one.
for you, it felt long, but for me, it didn't. You know, and I think that
And it's-
again, it comes down to
I
that.
think it's a
If the
subjective
movie is
thing.
good. Yeah,
And
if the movie is good.
We can't decide for everybody what constitutes a really long movie that to the point that it hurts.
No. I'm
If
not
it-
constituting
you know-
for
you know?
people. I'm not constituting for people, but for me,
Would you
I-
sit at home to watch a 3-hour Marvel movie?
yeah, because I pause it and go to the bathroom and come back. There's no. It's just, if I gotta pee, I'm pausing it right when he's about to do whatever.
You
and
know
I'm
what?
coming
Everybody
back.
should be given a remote control before going into the movie theater, so that in between the theater, if somebody needs to use the bathroom, they'll just
But
pause
not
it.
but not in the theaters.
Everybody
Right?
be like, oh.
What?
Not in the theaters, right?
What?
3+ hour movie, not in the theater. For you,
Me? Oh no.
okay? Because I know
3+.
you made the argument once, if I recall, that when Batman v Superman came out, and then the director's cut came out, which it is 3+ hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
You loved it, and I thought it was a better movie overall. And I remember you saying this is the movie that should have come out in the theater because it was. It told
No,
the
it
story
should have
better.
came out. But if after if
that
that
was
was
the
the
3+
movie,
hours.
if that movie would have came out first and I sat in the theater, I would have watched it once and never again. Like to be honest with you, like because Dark Knight, I watched it twice and that's it. I can't watch that movie no more. It's too long for me to sit down and try to even like I can't.
It's only
Yeah, sorry.
3 minutes more than Avengers. 2
Yeah.
hours and 32 minutes is the Dark Knight.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, that's not even that long now.
Yeah, just 3 minutes more than.
How? What's the
Avengers.
time slot, Silvio? What's the 2 hours and what?
2:32 for Dark Knight, 2:29 for Avengers.
2:30. Yeah. So, and yeah, that's I just could be just being
It could
drained.
be the movie itself. You just felt it was long for you.
Yeah, because I watched Ant-Man yesterday again for like the second time, and honestly, halfway through it, I was just like, oh. And I don't even know how long that movie is. Ant-Man
It's
and
funny
Wasp.
because I watched it this weekend too again, and I enjoyed it the second time around more.
Yeah, I thought the beginning was fun, but then I was just like, and then I just shut it off and watched Indiana Jones.
So let's go around and verdict.
Yeah.
3-hour movie, yes or no?
I say no.
Well, definitely we know you.
Yeah, you already know I said no. But if it's a good, again, it depends. If it's a good story, again, like you guys said, it's gonna
Maybe.
end everything because I don't know what the story's gonna be. And when everyone finds out if Captain America dies and everyone dies and they start crying in the theater, which I start laughing because I did it with Han Solo getting killed in the theater.
You always do that. When somebody dies in the theater, you laugh.
I
Alex.
laugh mad loud because I think it's funny. Everyone's like, you hear the sobbing. My wife is all sobbing.
Man,
Huh?
Ralph, what do you think? Yes or no? 3+ hours.
Yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah.
As long as the story
Oh, sorry.
gels out the
It's
way
good.
it's supposed to, as long as the story puts everything and puts a nice bow on it at the end that makes us go. At the end, yeah,
Okay. Cool.
I'm done.
Sylvia?
Yes.
And
So
me too.
3?
I think. Yeah, and me. I think so too. 3 hours. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But we'll find out the official, I guess, running time because as of right now, I mean, 3
Yeah, we're
hours. But if it's,
speculating.
yeah, speculating.
Anybody who's listening,
Jose
right
said
now,
yes for him.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
but
Well-
there's 3 other people watching also, so feel free to type in how many hours you think a movie Avengers Endgame would be. Just
Yeah,
What's
let
the
us know
limit?
if you would sit to a 3-hour plus Avengers
Right.
movie.
exactly.
With no pee break. All right, so let's get into the
Or you can always bring a bottle and do the truck driver
pee in a bottle.
style. Yeah.
Hey, that's the best thing to do. All right, so let's get into the Super Bowl, guys. All right.
There's 3 hours wasted.
Now that was
There's 3 hours. Yeah.
Let me just tell you,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
back and forth. I was back and forth during that Super Bowl. I was
Worst Super Bowl ever. And here's the thing, because I'm a football guy, right? And I know I've heard the argument where they say, "Oh, it was a defensive game. It was a great game. People was defense." But there was no drama in the game.
Yeah.
You can have a great defensive football game with drama, and I've seen good defensive football games before. This was not. This was a terrible game.
Yeah.
You know, on both sides. It's it's just punt after punt after punt. There was nothing. There was no drama. It was boring from beginning to end.
Oh, it was very boring. I'd rather sit down through Mets versus Astros from '86 when they went 16 to 18 innings, bro. Because that was.
But the championship game 2 weeks ago
Was
we
good.
had one of the two. Yeah, both games were like the best football games we've seen. So,
Yeah.
but they do say the
Wow.
championship
Sorry to
week
hear that.
is usually the best games.
Yep.
Well, let's not critique the football game. Let's
You're
talk about.
right. I'm sorry. We're here for.
Yeah, let's talk about the commercials, the trailers, and the halftime strip tease that we got from Maroon 5, because I don't know what was going on with this dude. But we'll talk about halftime at the end. Let's talk about some commercials that you guys like. We'll go around
All
the
right.
table. What you guys think? Ralph,
I
give us
didn't-
one.
I'll be the one about the guy that was like dreaming. He was dreaming that he was in a car. Yeah, like he got home and his wife had a car for him or something, and he went in the car. It was a car commercial. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
It's not that memorable.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Wasn't
And I
very
just tell you,
memorable.
these
Was it 3
commercials
hours
weren't
long?
very good.
Just like
It
the
was,
Super
no, it
Bowl.
wasn't 3 hours long, but it was. I remember this one, and this one stuck out the most because he turned out to be. We thought it was happening. It was like one of those you think it's happening, and then he wakes up and it's not happening. He's in another situation, and it's funny, and people laugh, and that was the commercial.
Wow.
It was weird, and I barely remember it because I know it was a car commercial. That I know, but what bothered me is that none of these commercials were I was like,
Memorable.
what's going on? So lazy
Yeah.
or something? What's
I
going
thought there was
on?
two memorable ones.
Yeah,
But
I've
we'll-
got a couple. I'm going
Yeah.
to let go of the one that I think everybody's going to hit on because it's already been voted the best one, and I really thought it was great. So I'm going to
Which
let
one?
somebody else talk about that one. The Game of Thrones one.
Oh yeah, hands down, the best
Yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah,
But,
That was the
I-
best
I-
one.
I-
Everybody's knowing.
Everybody's been because nobody expected the outcome of it. It was great. Anyway, I'll let you guys talk about that one. The one I kind of enjoyed was one early on was the one with the different cars. The DeLorean came in.
Oh, the
Uh,
Walmart.
Yeah, the
That was
Walmart
hot.
one. I like that one. Yeah, all the different cars coming in to pick up their stuff, and which were the cars that were there?
It was Bumblebee,
Bumblebee was there.
Ecto One,
Ghostbusters.
the Ecto One.
Yes.
Kit.
So Kit, he
You had
calls
the
everybody
18
Michael.
van.
Yeah, don't worry. He calls everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it was nostalgic, and I'm always about the nostalgic stuff. So I really enjoyed that one.
Jurassic Park. It had the truck.
Oh yeah,
That
it
was-
was full of little raptors
And
in
then
it.
she threw the thing in and locked it. That was funny. Yeah, they had a lot. Oh,
Yeah,
the
that was
mystery
pretty
machine with Scooby Doo.
Oh, that's right, the Scooby Doo mystery van.
they had
yeah.
the mystery machine.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
I must have missed that one. I didn't see that one. I got to see it.
So
The one I liked was with the football players.
Yes, I was gonna bring that one up too.
Marshall Lynch leans over
Oh,
and he
yeah.
knocks the football down, and they all
Yeah.
start going crazy.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
that was
pretty
the
good.
best, the second best
pretty
one.
good,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a really good one. Other than that, besides the Game of Thrones Bud Light commercial, which I thought hands down was the best one. That was a that was a really good one. I laughed when I saw the mountain. I was like, "What the hell is he doing there?"
When they started playing the music, I was like, "How did Bud Light get the
The licensing?
the rights to the music?" And then I saw that they merged, and I was, "Oh, that was cool."
And then you saw the dragon come up. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Hey, start the show already because this Super Bowl sucks."
and the scream when he's crushing the head.
yeah, when he's watching this.
That
it
was
was
pretty.
awesome.
And what was it the king? He went, oh, and then he started running because the head blew up. I thought that was pretty funny. I thought all the Bud Light commercials are good. They are so clever with those Bud
Well,
Light.
that's
The
good.
Trojan
Bud Light-
horse
Bud
one
Light-
that they had was funny too.
That was really funny. That was good. Pablo?
No, the Game of Thrones and the football one.
Oh, the
those
100
two were
year?
my favorite. Yeah.
In terms of trailers, we had not. This is the first Super Bowl. I gotta say that we did not get that many movie trailers. We got Hobbs and Shaw. We could go around.
Which already came out.
Yeah, it came out like 2 days before the Super Bowl came out. Because The Rock is the one who premiered it in his Instagram.
That looked funny.
Avengers.
Endgame. Oh, let me just tell you, when I saw City Field, I went bananas. I was like, what? I was like, City Field's in the movie? Yes! I was like, yes! The owners are deceased. I was like, yes!
No.
I was like, Thanos wins. But
Wow. All right.
that one, what was another? There was another one. That was like, Us.
Captain Marvel.
Us, yes. There was the Us. There was Captain Marvel.
Oh, the Twilight Zone was awesome.
Yes.
Oh, that thing suckered me. When everyone started to go, I was like, man, they glitching the truck. I was like, what the hell's going on? And all of a sudden, he started to walk out. I said, that was awesome. I was like, and Jordan Peele, it's funny because I was like, can he work as a narrator? He was pretty good.
He's got a presence.
Yes, he does. I think it kind of worked. I thought, to me, it worked. I was like, you know what? CBS All Access, you got my money till April 1st.
Boy.
There was one for Amazon Prime, Hannah.
Yes,
That they were showing it
yes.
for 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
the pilot, and then they're going to reshow it again when they release the whole thing.
Yeah, that one. I believe that's it.
No, there was an anime one, Alita.
Oh, but that's been
That's been out. The
for a while.
Battle of.
No,
of
No, it's not out. It comes out next week.
no, the James Cameron movie.
Yeah.
No, that's been out.
No. The Alita came out of it. Yeah, you're right.
Alita
Alex
really
is right.
came out.
Alita came out of it.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
it came out a few Fridays ago.
No
'Cause
fanfare. I didn't hear anything about it. No,
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, I
I
think it came
don't
out.
think so. I think it's either coming out this weekend or the following.
guys, we don't have to argue. Somebody just look it up.
Yeah, Alita
I'm
comes out
looking it up
February
right
14th.
February
Alita comes
14th?
out February 14th.
Yeah.
So what's the? Oh, I guess the reviews are people who saw it already. I
could
guess.
be,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, because they
Probably
said
what
it
is.
after the third act is like that's what a lot of people were saying.
Alita
Yeah, it
Battle
goes,
Angel.
they said that.
Yeah, Alita Battle Angel tracking to be a 200 million box office flop for 20 Century
Told you.
Fox.
Wow.
That's what I've been. That's
200
what
million on that?
Oh, dude, James Cameron's attached. Imagine Avatar, a $500 billion flop.
57%
Well, I'm looking for it.
blind
I'm gonna see it anyway because I want to check it out.
But anyway, look, in terms of the movie trailers, there wasn't good ones besides the Avengers one. I mean, that's the top one, which we kind of all knew they were gonna sell. And Captain Marvel, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Watching the Captain Marvel movie, I was just like, I was.
No,
It's not better than Endgame, but it didn't get me all amped to go see it. It's like I'm forced to see it to watch Endgame. Like if I didn't want to, if you're not forced to watch it, I don't think I would have went to see it. But it's forcing you to watch it because you have to know the character for Endgame. That's
Jose Rosado said Toy Story. Did you see the Toy Story one?
I didn't see Toy Story 4.
Yeah, the Toy Story.
Oh,
4.
and you're right, Jose. There was the station wagon. The station wagon from National Lampoons was in the Walmart commercial.
It was. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. The ghouls will. They should have had the old lady on the top roof. That would have been funny. That would have been mad funny.
The Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, the Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
The Cuff and Muff. That's right. They had that. Now that could have been a cool movie to watch. But we got that already. Ready Player One. Didn't they have all that stuff in one movie? In Ready Player One? All the nostalgia. But anyway, out of all the trailers that you guys saw during the Super Bowl, which ones you guys thought, I mean, besides but what you guys thought of ranking them? The out of all of them.
Avenger,
the
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
1 and 2. I
1
kind of
and
like
2.
the Hannah one. The Hannah one looked pretty good.
And I like the for me it's also the top two, the two Marvel films.
And Us.
Us number 3 for me. Toy Story 4 number 4. Like in that
I
ranking.
don't even remember seeing that one.
I don't remember that either. I think the
saw it.
Super
It
Bowl
was
was
pretty
so
cool.
bad that I was just like, what's going on? Pablo, which ones you rank?
The Game of Thrones ones.
The movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No, that's
Which
a
are
commercial.
just-
You not paying attention to
He's
what we
not
say?
paying
He's
no,
looking up
The halftime
back
show.
there.
Yes, the halftime show. That's right.
He said the
Well-
Game of Thrones. Oh my
Well,
god!
I was trying to break some news here.
What's the breaking news?
Bill and Ted 3 officially starts filming on March 5th.
All right, now back to the realistic. What you rank the movies from?
Bill and Ted 3.
No,
Wait a
it's
minute,
gonna
wait a minute,
suck.
wait.
Don't even.
Is Keanu Reeves reprising that role?
Yeah.
They all
and-
are. And
Well,
Bill
no
Winter.
George Carlin though.
No,
Well, no, but
unless they DH him.
no, they're
Oh, my
gonna they're gonna dig his corpse up and be like, let's CGI this guy.
Oh my
They
god!
did it with Leia.
No, they're not gonna do it. You
And-
mean Rogue One?
And
Okay.
Tarkin.
Yeah, and they
Starkin,
didn't look
yeah.
that good. They look like CGI video games. Like,
But it's getting better. It's getting better.
I don't know. If Bill and Ted 3 is gonna flop, I don't care what anyone said. No one in this generation knows Bill and Ted. 2 was god awful. 1 was the best one out of the 2. Just put it that way. I don't know. Keanu
But how are
Reeves,
they gonna
man,
depict
just-
these guys in their age?
Keanu Reeves, just stick to John Wick, bro. Just go to Stars and do the TV show, and I could be happy. I don't want to see you in a dumb, stupid phone booth going to like whatever you do.
Excellent.
Oh god, and then the air guitar.
Oh, no, it's not gonna be a phone booth. It's
excellent
gonna
to
be
each other.
cell phones. They're gonna just press an app and bloop.
They're
off
gonna
they
send
go.
gifs. Excellent, and you see the gif of them going. How stupid they are. Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
well.
Bill. What is it? What Ted? What
Bill and
Theodore
Ted
Roosevelt? What was this stupid name?
Theodore Roosevelt, Socrates.
Oh, and the Wild
Remember
Stallions. Wasn't that the band? The Wild Stallions. That was their rock band. They were the.
I think
the
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, they were the Wild
Yeah, I think-
Stallions.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
Lord
yeah.
Almighty! Why did you bring that up? Oh
You
Lord, that
see,
is
you know why we brought that up? Because the Super Bowl this year was so bad
We gotta find something
that
else.
we are deviating away from the topic
All right,
and getting
look.
to some other stuff because the Super Bowl wasn't that
just,
bad.
let's just get to the bread and butter of the stupid Super Bowl.
Oh God,
The
do we
bread
have
and
I
to-
thought we're
butter.
done with that.
No, that halftime show was god awful.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Maroon
Admittingly, I didn't see
5.
it.
When they announced Maroon 5,
That's why I
knew it
didn't
was-
see it.
Yeah, the minute they announced Maroon 5, I kind of knew it was gonna be god awful because their music is god awful.
But Maroon 5, I was like, oh God, no.
And he just, I don't know what the hell was wrong with this dude. And then they had a rapper coming from SpongeBob starting to rap. And then the crazy thing is they got the nerve to censor Janet Jackson's left boob. And this dude is rapping and cursing for like 2 minutes of the song the whole time during a family show. He's an epithet, the poop, the poop, the poop, poop, poop. Poop, 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 poop. And then it's
Like
back to the,
R2D2 rap song.
yeah, and then they went back to the singing the Mick Jagger song, and then he's taking off his clothes, and then he has all these fake tattoos on. If that's his real tattoo, because it looked kind of nice and clean, and
Yep.
it looked hard. Oh my, it was a worse Super
You
Bowl.
look like an M13 member.
Yeah, he looked, and then he started doing all these moves like. He's like, let me show you how to do. You got the moves like yeah.
And was it Big Boy comes in that fur
Big-
coat?
Yeah, he came out in a Cadillac, rapping his own songs from Outkast. Man, it was like the worst
it
half
was
the time.
The worst halftime,
Yeah.
the worst Super Bowl. It's the ratings are down. It
Really?
was all
Oh,
around.
no.
It was terrible. And here's my thing. And I'm gonna
Okay.
again.
What
the
rock
whole-
bands?
I mean, come on. and Dee Snyder tweeted this. And he said, they play all the songs, like the anthems that they play, like Crazy Train and Queen, Van Halen, AC/DC, like they play all these songs doing intermission or to amp up the crowd and all that. Why can't you get a good solid rock band to play the halftime show? You got tons. Metallica will be ideal to play a halftime
Yeah, that
show.
would have been,
They've
yeah.
never been asked. Never.
I think
don't-
it could be the problem. It could be two things. This is the way I'm thinking. It could be two. Setting up the stage with all that music and drums. Because remember, they got to do it super fast. The minute the halftime kicks in, they got to drag all that out.
Did
And
you
then they
see
got
the
to
size of that stage that they had there?
Yeah.
They've got the people to do it.
Yeah,
In
they
fact,
were
that would have been more.
flexible.
It would have been more interesting to watch, and I mentioned it or I
What,
tweeted
time
it.
lapse?
No, to watch the roadies put that on and take it off rather than watch the show.
Yeah.
I would have been more excited watching them do that.
Yeah, the
What's the
production
most
value.
exciting part of the halftime show?
Yeah.
Them breaking the set.
Breaking
after
down the-
Maroon 5 played.
No, I
Why
mean
can't
you're
you
right.
get a good, solid, seasoned rock band there? You
coulda
know,
had-
Like Metallica would have been great for that.
I mean, Maroon 5. Look, I don't want to take anything away from Maroon
Oh, I'm
5,
taking
but,
it away. They suck.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't-
taking
I
away
don't-
from them too.
I don't think they were. They were seasoned enough to do a halftime show. I mean, especially when you had
And-
like Prince,
Right, the
perform
song-
before Michael Jackson.
YouTube did the
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, you gotta. I
Well,
know
you
wanna be
had-
current, and I don't know.
Well, you had, I mean, 4 years back to back has been an excellent halftime show. You had Bruno Mars, which was awesome. You had Beyonce.
Lady Gaga was very
Lady
good.
Gaga was my favorite
was
one.
good.
Yeah,
Katy
she
Perry
killed
was
Katy Perry,
amazing.
yeah.
Katy
Yeah,
Perry was
yeah,
very
yeah.
good
Yeah, it was
too.
very
Yes.
good.
But the thing is if you really think about it, those are performers. They're not
They're solo
rock
artists.
band.
Yeah.
That has-
they're
right.
not
But-
rock bands. They're
but
just
they are good
performers.
rock bands. What about Kiss? This year they're doing their
Dude, oh my
tour.
God. Imagine that.
Yeah.
But, I know whatever you have to say about Kiss. One thing they do is put on a great show.
Yeah.
It would have been perfect for the Super Bowl.
I mean, they're gonna end it with the rock and roll all night, and then all the explosions.
Down the rock
Yeah.
and roll all night.
And Detroit Rock City.
And like Pablo said, all of those little blips and blurbs of all these anthems are played in stadiums throughout the country. Thunderstruck from
you got the AC/DC.
them left, but you have to bring a few of them back from the dead. But
Well, I mean, no, you could have did AC/DC. You could have just had like an all-star
hell, you could have brought
rock
Slash.
band. Yeah, you could have had
Bring-
Slash play Malcolm's part with Angus Young, and then you could have had the original singer and you could have had like an all-star band on top of the stage and just perform all these great hits. You shook me all night long. I mean, it would have been. You
Yeah.
could have did
that
that.
would have brought the house down.
Yeah, you could have had that. Could have had Bon Jovi play
Absolutely.
with Richie
Jovi
Sambora.
never performed.
Nope.
They
Yeah.
never performed at halftime.
And they have. They would have played
Yeah,
"It's My
you're
Life."
right.
They could have played "Living on a Prayer." Would have tore that whole place down because everyone sings it.
Everybody.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses would have been
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
bro. Welcome to the
Guns N'
jungle.
Roses
Yeah.
They would have been. I don't get it. I don't get what's
Yeah.
this thing about just good old rock and roll like that. The Super Bowl has the thing against. What's the hardest band they ever had? U2?
You two perform?
Yeah, U2.
Yeah, in 2002, right after 9/11.
Like, what's the hardest band?
Red Hot Chili
that
Peppers
the Super
unplugged.
Bowl-
They were like
No, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
they
did the
performed,
Super Bowl?
but they unplugged their stuff,
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
and they
Okay,
wasn't
so you can
doing
say
nothing.
that- yeah,
So,
you can say them.
yeah, because other than that, and it's crazy because you could have. Out of all the, you're right. Could have had the old bands. If you wanted to do the new bands, you could have did a new band. Fall Out Boys. If you wanted, if people listen to Fall Out Boys, which I don't. Again, you're right. Even Ozzy Osbourne, in the age of 80, could have came out. He was like, and everybody would be like, yeah.
I'm right
He
here
could
to
have done
play
a
a
few-
song.
They could have done a Black Sabbath song, bring them out for a song.
That's
He could
true.
have done something with and just bring a few big guests. Like you could have brought a Slash on stage, you could have done an Ozzy thing. They play Crazy Train like in every single stadium.
Well, they had it in this
No,
Super
they did
Bowl
too.
for the Patriots
did,
when
yeah.
they came out. Yeah, the Patriots came out.
That
to
was the
Crazy Train.
opening. Yeah.
Yep.
Or for this year, since Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie came out, you could have had Queen come out with Adam Lambert and did their songs.
You're right too.
That's an excellent point. That would have been
There
perfect.
you go.
That's a
Yeah.
great point.
Yeah,
could've
nominated
one
for
month
Best
before the
Picture.
Oscar.
Yeah, for promoting the
Yeah.
movie.
It's
Yeah,
People
no,
were
I would have
like,
done it.
Maroon 5,
Well, Maroon 5. Well, the funny thing is, Maroon 5
I'm
only
like-
did it.
Maroon 5. You know?
Well, no, funny thing is that Maroon 5 only did it because Jay-Z turned it down because of the whole Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Then a lot of artists were turning down the NFL because of the Colin Kaepernick. And then Carly B, which is another big artist, turned it down because of the whole Colin Kaepernick just killed it for everybody because they saying no. I don't want to play.
He's not big enough to
Who?
do a halftime show.
Who?
Cardi B.
She's
Yeah,
not-
but
not
she's
big.
like one of those that does it with multiple artists. So she would have had like 20,000 people on stage with her. You
Hey,
know.
come on up here. Come on
Yeah,
up here,
they're
Mick
like-
Jagger.
Huh?
They did it with 20,000. They did it with all these artists, and look at that. Lowest rating on the show.
Well, no, yeah, but Maroon 5 is not bigger than Jay-Z. And Jay-Z would have had Beyonce
you're
on
right.
stage with him.
JC would have performed. That
He would have had
been
Justin
You're right.
Timberlake with him.
Yeah.
So,
No, you're
I
right,
mean,
you're right.
That was
yes.
another one that was good.
no, Justin Timberlake was really good.
Beyonce,
That was a good one.
Beyonce was good.
No, Beyonce was really good. She had all the hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best is
But-
still Prince.
I think Michael Jackson was really good. Prince was good too. Prince was good, but Michael Jackson, I mean, they both good. They both within their prime anyway.
Yeah, and they were in their prime. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't have artists like no more. I mean, to really think about it, Prince did tear it down.
No.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. He played the Foo Fighters song, right? Best of You. Yeah, yeah, he borrowed Best of You from the Foo Fighters. And then the only
Wow.
way they got that song was if Prince allowed them to do a cover of his song. So they swapped songs.
They swapped songs.
Yeah, because Prince was one of those that didn't let people cover his songs. He was like, no. He's like, yeah, no. So they swapped songs. Yeah, you're right. Prince was good. Didn't Whitney Houston do one? Or she did the anthem. That was really good.
Yeah.
That
that was a
national
long time
anthem
ago.
was Goosebumps. That was really good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All
right. So we will end it here with this crappy Super Bowl on a damn. No, you know what? Have you guys seen anything? I'm not gonna play the intro.
I'm
to-
almost
to
done
what
with
we've been
the
watching.
Punisher. I'm almost done with the Punisher. One episode left, man. I'm one episode left,
Silvio.
and I am loving it. Loving it.
I finished season 1 of Punisher, and I'm about to start season 2. But let me
Get
just
ready for a
segue.
ride, man.
Let me just segue from what we were just talking about. From who could have played and why they would have been so good. I just rewatched the concert for Sandy, 12-12-12.
Yeah.
Remember that? And all of those guys. And man, goosebumps watching some of these. Eric Clapton, I mean, just incredible. And he, or Roger Waters sing with Eddie Vedder singing "Comfortably Numb." Things like that.
I remember that.
John Bon Jovi singing with Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen introduced John Bon Jovi. Then later on in the set, John Bon Jovi brings back out Bruce Springsteen, and the crowd
Two
goes
New
nuts.
Jersey natives, mind you.
Absolutely. So I mean, anybody like that, they could have just grabbed any of those guys, put them on the stage at the Super Bowl, and it would have been great. And so, if you want to see what Pablo was kind of talking about, get the Blu-ray for the concert. It's great. It's 5 hours long. There's a lot of music there. Skip over
Is that
Kanye.
okay with you, Alex?
Yeah, skip over Kanye West when he comes out in his skirt. And
You're gonna need to
everything
pause
else
it and
is
go to the
good.
bathroom, Alex.
Oh,
Because it's 5 hours.
geez, you cut the crap out of Silvio while he was promoting his thing.
I apologize, Silvio.
He's talking.
Yeah, you said 5 hours, and I jumped on that whole thing. I'm
Silvio's
wrong.
talking over here.
Silvio's like you, son of a. I'm sorry.
I will forever equate you with what I was trying to say when you stepped all over me, which was Kanye West and his stupid skirt and Ralph Perez.
Oh, no,
Strange Planet NYC.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, it was a joke.
We're good.
I've been watching Punisher slowly. I don't like season 2. I'm up to episode. I don't even know if my wife is on what episode we're up to. I've been watching them one a day. I can't pass one episode. I can't. It's just like the first one. I hated the first season, and it's just like this one. It's very slow. I hate slow, especially with a character that's action, and then everything is yap flashbacks yap. No, I want to see just action. That's all I want to see. And just like out of the comic books, when he does everything, that's all I want to see. I don't want to. All this yapping is just driving me nuts. Yeah, it's too much yapping, bro. I know everyone's making faces on this side of the screen. Everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, you've seen the first season, right?
I liked
Silvio?
it. I liked it a lot.
It's just slow. I hate slow burners.
But I didn't mind that. I actually, I liked the build up into certain things. And when there was action within the short amount of time that it was there, it was powerful.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But see, if you get too much of that, and it's one of the things that I have a problem with, and I don't want to get too deep into this because I know Ralph and I will talk about it and complain, is The Walking Dead. When people were saying we want to see more dead, more people getting killed. No, I wanted to see the post-apocalyptic of how they create things and how things moved on, and they just kowtowed to people saying we want to see more heads being knocked off. So they come up with these stupid things, where one guy with a chain knocks off 3 zombie heads in one blow, and it got so silly and stupid that the good action now became comical. And I did not get that from the Punisher. All the action there was very serious because there wasn't a glut of it. At least that's how I felt.
I don't know. For me, for me personally, when it's an action-driven character, I really could give. I mean, we already know the premise of his story of what's going on. They killed his family. He's out for revenge. That's
Right.
what I want to see. The season 1, I was like, okay, you gave me that within 3 to 4 episodes, but then it just starts to go slow because when it starts to pick up the action, they dial it all the way back down for 2 episodes now. And you're just like, oh my lord, you're just dragging me along.
Well, one thing that's interesting is you mentioned it. It could have been shorter in the amount of episode lengths.
Yes.
It was 13 of them. It could have been 8 to 10.
Yes.
And 8 probably would have been perfect. The other thing that's kind of funny is you're ragging all over the Punisher with a Punisher shirt on.
I have my shirt. Yeah, I love the character. But the thing is, I love the character in the comic book.
The Punisher is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, so like in the comic books, I see frame by frame, he's doing all this crazy stuff and everything. And then you're getting in a short burst in these Netflix episodes. And I'm like, geez, Louise.
But as the Punisher comic book series, and there's a whole bunch of different ones, War Journal and this one and that one.
Warzone
but the ones that are more adult and the ones from Max and all of those, I mean, those are a little bit of a slower burn. It has some good panels of some violent stuff, but it sets up a lot, and that's what I felt this Punisher series was more of. It was more like some of those comics rather than the Warzone ones, the earlier Marvel ones that were like
raunchy.
page after page of just blowing things up.
Yeah, I guess I guess I'm very into the Warzone series. I mean, again, I'm not taking away. I think he's an excellent Punisher. I'm not saying he's not. He's an excellent actor, excellent Punisher. I will see a movie with him if they do a movie with him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, give us a 2-hour movie or give us a short, mini series of 3.
Warzone. Oh, dude, him in Warzone.
That would be fantastic.
It was, but again, just let us know if you've seen Punisher season 2. What you thought of it. On the comics alone.
I loved it.
I'll finish it. We'll talk about it next week because next week is gonna be a big episode. Pablo, anything?
Can I just say something real quick, guys? For those of you who are gonna watch this video later as a replay or whatever, we talked about news, but we're gonna hold off on that. Okay, so we don't want to mislead you guys. We are all aware, but we are trying to still kind of like work things out before we put it out there. Okay. Because we put stuff up on social media saying big news coming back. People are like, well, what happened to the big news? Hold on, be patient. We're going to ask you to be patient. Okay?
Think of it like the 3CPO text.
Very cryptic, yes.
Yeah, very cryptic with the X and all that crap Pablo was saying. Pablo, you see anything besides the crappy Super Bowl?
I just saw Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I enjoyed it more.
It's a good movie. I liked it.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, we already reviewed it and we talked about it. So I'm not going to go into it, but sometimes a movie you enjoy it better the second time, and sometimes you don't. And this is that type of movie that I really enjoyed it the second time around. Maybe it was the environment. Maybe it's the type of movie that
you see at home.
Yeah, maybe you see it at home and you can laugh and kind of talk, while the movie's going on and have a conversation.
Don't do that at the Alamo Draft House, though.
No, you can't do that.
They'll throw you out.
You get the boot.
I think it's a little extreme. I'm starting to realize there's a little bit of an extremism there about that, but because I understand people that are real loud and like are stupid like that. I get it, but if you're just like reacting to the screen. A gasp, no.
They don't boot you if you gasp or you go, holy crap. Like they boot if you if I turn to Pablo and I go, oh, me and him is having a conversation during a movie. That's when they give you the boot. Now, if you gasp or you go, oh shit, that's not gonna. I don't think. I mean, Pablo's went there 100 times. I mean, would you get the boot even if you say, oh crap, or you gasp? during the movie?
People clap, people laugh, people.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can interact depending on the movie, but it's when someone is just being dumb.
yeah. Like if we're having a
wanna-
conversation, like then you give someone the boot, which
okay.
rightfully so.
And you
but-
get a warning.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
you just write on that piece of paper like Pablo did to those two people next to him. He went like that. He was-
They suck, though.
you don't fold it. You just,
Huh?
you don't fold it. You just
Oh,
put the
you
card.
don't? Oh, I mean, I thought you.
Oh, the
was like-
papers were smaller.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you ordered food on it. Let me
Pablo's
get- let me
like
get
that.
two.
This guy talking. Dude right there.
Well, is he pointing to Ralph?
That guy's talking. Oh my god. Oh man. All right. So this week is episode 90. We're gonna have a good show. We're gonna do a fun topic. We're gonna do is each of us are gonna pick a movie that we think should be rebooted, and we're gonna be sitting in the director's chair who we're gonna cast for the roles, and why this is the movie that we're picking. Why is it good to be rebooted? Right,
And in
Silvio?
the meantime,
Yep.
you guys can,
Fountain of youth.
and also for those of you who are who like this, please give us a thumbs up right here on the channel. Consider subscribing right now, and comment. Please leave your thoughts about that.
Yes. Strange Planet NYC. Go ahead, plug it in.
Yeah, Strange Planet NYC is my channel, and I do reviews. We pretty much do what we're doing here, except it's just me right now reviewing stuff and about movies, TV. You know, my love for Star Wars, Walking Dead, Star Trek, Aliens. You know, I go through all of the whole spiel about it. Godzilla, forget about it. So please go to my page. My channel, Strange Planet NYC. You just type it in the search engine here on YouTube, and consider subscribing. Thank you.
Thank you for the announcement.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Silvio.
you for your
I'm not
support.
telling you thank you, Alex. I'm telling all those wonderful people out there, all four of them. Go ahead.
Silvio.
Aboutmenradio.com. Go there. Blog posts, podcasts, stories I've written, nostalgic point of view, things of the 80s, movies, and fun stuff like that. Aboutmenradio.com.
Also, I opened up a baseball channel called On Deck with Alex Figueroa. And basically, on that channel, I talk all baseball. It's a discussion, no sabermetrics, no numbers, no nothing. It's a straight baseball discussion.
Is it all baseball or all Mets?
No, it's all baseball.
Okay.
The first episode came out. I talked about why Manny Machado and Harper hasn't been signed yet. Then I talk about why the free agents are still out there. Those were the two topics of the first episode. And then at the end of the show, I plug in a baseball charity. So each episode, what I do is for the week, I do a baseball charity. I do it random each week, and then on the Fridays, I'll donate to a charity. So I could show people that I'm donating, also not to be like, oh, you do it. But again, this Friday's episode, I'm going to talk about the shift. Should it be gone? And also the new.
Yes, you should.
I'll talk about why. Maybe or maybe not. But we're talking about the shift on Friday and also the new rules that are being proposed from the Players Union and MLB Commissioner. So episode 2 will be out on Friday. So just check it out. On Deck with Alex Figueroa. And other than that, again, Wide Range Media, we're going to have the 2 podcasts up. I'm going to have it back to back, 88, 89. So you can enjoy those listens. And please hit the subscribe button there. And if you're listening on the podcast version, hit the subscribe button there also, so you can get new stuff coming out every week. All right? So remember, 90 is coming out. Man, 10 more, we hit 100.
Nice.
Think about that.
Very good. Yeah.
You like that?
Something to consider.
Some things to consider.
And
I
when
don't
we do another 100 after that, we're gonna hit 200.
know. Ooh.
Math.
Dinky. All right, everybody. 2021.
movies will be 5 hours long.
Oh my God, Batman 2021 running 4:15.
Running time for
That's 4 hours and 15 minutes. Batman. Oh man. Anyway, other than that, we'll catch you all later.